Forget gurus. Forget anyone claiming to be an online business expert without going through the challenges of entrepreneurship themselves. The Real Money, Real Business podcast is here to prove the best insights in online business comes from your fellow online business builders. We dig into stories of entrepreneurs selling their business on the Empire Flippers marketplace so that you can learn how they made their business profitable, how they overcame obstacles, and what lessons they learned in their online journey. If you want to take your business and your knowledge to the next level, you've come to the right podcast. Let's get started.
Hey everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Real Money, Real Business podcast. We record these interviews so potential buyers have more information about the seller and the business to help them make a buying decision. Before we dive in, let's go over a brief summary of this business. It's a display advertising business created in September of 2007 in the information and technology niches. The average monthly revenue for the business is $12,697 and makes an average of $12,677 per month in net profit. The assets included in the sale are a primary domain and all site content and files. And just as a disclaimer, this business generates only 1% of its revenue from Google AdSense, but you should have an approved AdSense account before acquiring this part of the business to assure a successful migration. So for everyone listening, you can visit empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for listing 61906 to learn more about the business, or you can unlock this listing to start your due diligence if you're interested in purchasing this asset. So that's a brief overview of the business for sale. Let's hear from the seller with me today. So welcome to the show, Rand. How are you doing today?
Great.
Excellent. Well, I'm looking forward to learning more about you and your business. So to start us off with the first question, can you tell us a little bit about your background in building and running online businesses?
Sure. So basically, I've been in the online industry for over 20 years already in diversified fields, both startups, leading enterprises, governmental clients, and more. Amongst that, over the past 8 years, I've been acquiring and managing established websites, and currently my group of companies owns and operates a few dozens of established websites.
Wow, nice. So it seems like of all the different business models, the different businesses that you've been involved with, you went hard into the online business direction. Is that right?
Absolutely. I like it. I enjoy my work, and I'm learning something new every day.
Okay, nice. So why are you deciding to sell this business now instead of keeping it and growing it?
Well, it's a great question. So first of all, we acquired this website about 3 years ago from its founder. The partner who bought the website together with us was looking for a passive established content website to acquire. And having a connection to the site founder, he asked if we were interested to buy the website together with him. We decided to buy it together with him, and after checking, of course, of the website and manage it over the past 3 years. However, this acquisition is different than the entire portfolio that we currently own and operate. By having a different partner who manages with us this website, it's complicated to maintain day-to-day activities, especially all the financials on a monthly basis. So we decided, both of us, to sell it. And that's how we listed the website on Empire Flippers.
Got it. Okay, so it's been a few years that you've had this site. During that time that you owned it, from building this that worked as far as the growth or the success of this site?
So basically, what worked for us is that it's truly passive. This is the most passive website I've ever seen, because basically we do not need to do anything to maintain current level of traffic and revenues. So it's almost hands-free project. So it's truly passive, and basically, as we expected, this is something that works for us.
Okay, great. And was there anything that you tried with this business that didn't work out as well?
Yes, well, when we bought the website, our plans were to add some content to the website and also to try to edit some of the content of the website. So it took us some time because we have been busy with other projects, but eventually we were trying to edit 2 or 3 pages of the website. It did well, but it did not make a significant change for us. So we decided to drop it and focus on other projects that we currently own in our portfolio, which are larger ones.
Okay, got it. So you mentioned that this was a very passive business. So let's talk about the traffic then. How is traffic generated with this business?
So most of the traffic is organic. Over 90% of the traffic is organic, a bit less, about 7% is direct, and the rest is from various sources. So basically, it's based entirely on free traffic from Google.
Okay, got it. And I probably have an answer to this as well, just the work required. So, can you describe the amount and the type of work that you do on this business for maintenance?
Yeah, sure. So basically, as we don't update the content of the website at all, and we don't do any SEO activities, basically to acquire backlinks or to change the content of the website, nor do we to update anything in terms of technical aspects of the website. The only changes that are done on a monthly basis or bi-monthly basis is basically updating the ads.txt file, which is given from the ad network that we work with. From my knowledge, there's no need to do that also in the future because basically if you're working with an ad partner, you're able to redirect your ads.txt file to him. So basically the one who would acquire the website from us would be able, I believe, to make a redirect, and even this negligent task, which happens once a month roughly, will not be needed anymore.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. So this does seem like as passive of a site and business that you can ask for. Okay. Great. So let's then talk about if somebody wanted to not just maintain this business, but to grow it. If you were to keep the business, what are some ways that you would try to grow it?
I think adding more content to the website, relevant content, of course, to the website from a player who knows SEO should be the plan that I had in mind, at least when we bought it. So basically adding more content, adding more pages, and also if needed, making some off-site activity to get more traffic to the website. But eventually adding content, I believe, is the upside potential for a buyer here.
Okay, got it. So adding content, then let's talk about the risks as well. What do you think are the biggest risks with this business that a buyer should be aware of?
So first of all, since most of the traffic is organic, changes in Google algorithm, one thing I have in mind. And the second one is since we're based on ads income, so any changes in the ad industry would also be things that should be monitored and checked, although these are things that are taken care of by larger players than us, such as Google, etc.
Got it. And it does definitely help that this is a much older site compared to some other businesses, some other sites that are listed on Empire Flippers. So, as far as what you mentioned about just Google algorithm updates, it's obviously weathered many of them. So, yeah, anybody with experience in websites should be aware of that potential risk, but also see this as a good sign for this business.
I agree.
Perfect. So, a few housekeeping questions to wrap this up. How much support are you willing to offer a new buyer?
So I think that standard support should be sufficient for this website. It's a very simple website to maintain and passive. So your standard support would be fair, I think.
Okay. Yep. And the standard support being 30 days of email support and maybe a couple calls. Sounds good?
Absolutely.
Okay. Great. And just confirming that you commit to a non-compete after the sale of this business?
Sure. Absolutely.
Okay. Perfect. And are you open to something like an earnout on this business?
It's a very simple website and a very simple transaction, in my opinion. And I believe it could complicate things a bit in terms of keeping the partnership that we currently have for this website. So I prefer a direct payment, a single payment for this deal.
Yep, I understand that. Okay. That sounds good. And last two questions here. Putting yourself in the shoes of a buyer, why do you think this is a business worth buying?
Good question. So first of all, it's a website with an old track record and history. So when we buy websites, for example, we always look for established websites with a long history to learn from and to see how impacts were done or how the website was impacted over time. In addition to that, it's one of the most passive websites I've ever seen. It's a very simple website to maintain, and the income is also received passively each month. And also, as we mentioned, if the buyer has plans to take the website to the next level, I believe he can do so by adding more relevant content, as we mentioned, to the site and promoting its on-site and off-site. There are reasons I believe it's a very interesting opportunity here.
Got it. Yep. Certainly some strong benefits for somebody who wants a passive investment. Okay, great. And is there anything you'd like to add that you think I might have missed during this interview?
I think you covered everything. I think that's the most important points that we have covered.
Yep, definitely. Okay. Well, I'll wrap this up here. So, Ran, thank you so much for sharing your story and joining us on today's episode. And yeah, I hope your business is purchased in the near future and by the right buyer.
Thank you very much, Nick. I appreciate it. Me too.
Absolutely. All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. To learn more and see if this listing has already been sold, head over to empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for listing number 61906. And if you're watching this on YouTube, click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. And once you've unlocked this listing, you'll be given everything you need to know about this business. So until next time, enjoy your digital journey.